Welcome to my channel. So I finally got the chance to do the episode 3 of my podcast, which I am gonna post on YouTube as well. Let me just do an overview who I am. So I am a mom of 3. I have a newborn of 2 months. I have to pump my breast. I have to do a lot of things. I have to work. I have to work on the computer. I have to take care of the little one and the other ones. So it's hard for me to take the time, but I really enjoy this podcast. I really enjoy record and talk about topics that moves people, that people are talking about because there's a reason why. And therefore, that's why I am going to talk about Bad Bunny in the halftime show this coming up Sunday. I am excited. And let's talk about why I am excited. And if you're pro people and if you're pro immigration and migration, I believe that you're going to enjoy this episode of Making It Raw. Claro y Plao. So let's get into it. Why do I think that the timing is just right? Not perfect. It's just right for Bad Bunny to perform at the Super Bowl. So let's rewind back. Do you remember around 2020 when Shakira and J-Lo performed and Bad Bunny performed and J Balvin performed? I danced. It was chill. It was refreshed. It was exciting. That's it. After it was done, I changed the channel. I don't know who won that year. However, nobody made a big deal about it. Nobody did, as far as I know. I don't know. Nobody said, let's return Shakira to Colombia. Oh, they're going to perform in English or Spanish. They perform in both languages, was really, really cool. Because Shakira performed in Spanish, most of her song. It was amazing. And she really kind of emphasized her roots, her Colombian roots in her music. And it was amazing. So let's think about why Bad Bunny performing this year, 2026, at the Super Bowl is such a big deal. Have you thought about it? What it is? And why it's such a huge impact on the people? Either you like it or you really, really hate it. The people that hate him performing at the Super Bowl this year are people that are really against immigration. And then whoever had the idea of let's call Bad Bunny and invite him to perform at Super Bowl really want to make a statement in terms of immigrants, in terms of the current environment situation that is going on in the US. And not just in the US, immigration or migration is an issue around the world. And we've seen these attacks in the community. I call it attacks because if you want to make me follow the law, but you need to break the law to make me follow the law, then there's no law. I was like, the law is a lie. That's a lie because anybody can break it. And if you have some type of power or position, you can break it. But that means because I don't have the same position as you, I cannot break it. Then there's no law, right? There's no legal, illegal, whatever. Then for me, that's very bizarre to see that you need to be grabbed out of your car, that you need to be put in jail until they find out who you are and they process you. That's bizarre. And if you don't see it that way, maybe you don't like humans as much. I love humans, even if you don't see me on the street talking to everybody. But I am a human. I love humans. I am pro-life. And I believe that if you open the doors for people to come into your house, even without permission, and you didn't design a right way to kind of check them, verify them, process them, then you need to get your shit together and make a program in which you can process those people instead of taking away things to make the undocumented. A lot of people call it illegals. Are they criminal? So if you eat a stop sign, which is illegal, does that make you a criminal? No. And let me say this. I am from the Dominican Republic. Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico. We are close by in proximity. Our countries are close by. I feel like if I go from Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico, it's like what, an hour or less flight, right? However, we're different. Puerto Rico belongs to the U.S. My country does not. So I needed, well, I didn't need it, but people from my country need to go to a process to ask for visa to come to the U.S. In my case, my mom already had all this documentation to travel. She was a resident. Well, she's a citizen now, but she was a U.S. resident. So she was pregnant with me. She used to travel, but then she decided that I was going to born in the Dominican Republic, which I love, and I thank her for that. And then when I was 15, I was able to move to the U.S. and go to school and, yeah, and learn English. But this terms of immigrant really was disrespectful at that time because we didn't know, or I didn't know what it means. I thought that immigrant was somebody that didn't have documents. So if somebody called me an immigrant, I used to be offended. Now I'm not offended. I am an immigrant. I migrated from Dominican Republic to the US. Yes, I am an immigrant. I have documentation to live in the US citizen, a Dominican citizen as well, because I was born there. So people that are against Bad Bunny is because it's not just about him, it's about immigration. It's about what he represents at this time in moment that is so difficult. A lot of people are dying, a lot of people are suffering, a lot of people are against this procedure of making America safe when we have black people in America that they cannot go nowhere, right? Because they're from here. So if you really want to have due process, make the process. Make the process. You don't need to be snatching people. Like if you're driving and the stop sign, somebody pulls a gun on you because, oh, stop. Are you what? Are you supposed to like surrender when you don't know who it is? Anybody can dress up like an ICE agent or a policeman. People done it before. They just dress up and go out and kill people. I don't know where. You can get the outfit in Amazon. I mean, seriously. So Bad Bunny is gonna represent people in general. People that leave their homeland to try to survive. And trust me, people do not want to leave their homeland. People do not want to leave their food, their weather, their culture. They don't want to leave even if they're from Haiti. No. They don't want to go to another country and eat shit for another country. They leave because they have to leave. And every country is different when you ask for visa. Every process is different, okay? And when you go to the US Embassy, it's not just an application, it's more than that. You need money. Maybe you need a bank account. Maybe you need a home. It depends which country are you from. So it's not easy process. So if you in hardship, from where you gonna get the money? And if you see that they opening the borders, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna spend money. You're gonna go where they open the borders, which was US, right? So now just to say, oh, let's clean up. Let's take you out of the street and throw you out. It's not fair. That's one of the things that I say it's not fair. Oh, they're criminals. Well, if you know where the criminal, go towards that criminal. Get a warrant, right? But I'm not here to talk about immigration. I'm here to talk about what Bad Bunny represents at the Super Bowl. He represents that. That's why I'm excited. That's why I'm really hype about it. And that's why everybody's talking about it. They don't want to say that it's because of immigration, but it is. It is of this environment, of this sick environment that is going on, that people do not feel safe. If you feel safe, it is because you are pro the situation. You like the situation. You think it's right to have that situation. Well, let me tell you something. Maybe one day you're gonna have the need or you might want to travel to another country. Let's see how that goes for you. Okay? Remember that. Maybe you don't want to travel nowhere now. Or maybe you will in the future. Who knows? Maybe the situation in the US is so bad. I said, oh, let me get out of here. Remember, the way that you treat others, you will be treated not just the same way, worse. Let's remember that. Okay. So I also believe that a lot of people that were against Bad Bunny performing tried to dig something for to hold it against him, but they couldn't. They cannot just say, okay, go back to your country. No, they cannot say that. He's not a criminal, I guess, right? So he's performing. I'm happy. Not just happy because of him, I'm happy for what he represents in general. Such a That means that immigrants really are hardworking people that we can reach a lot of people, that we are heard even in Spanish to different parts of the world, like China, like Brazil, like places that we didn't even know that our music, Spanish music, can be heard. It's just so fascinating to me. For me, it's exciting. I cannot wait to see him perform. I also do understand that maybe he's just 32 years old. Maybe he feels a little bit overwhelmed and confused. It's a lot of things, right? The new album, the residency in Puerto Rico, the Grammys, and then the performance, and all these attacks, either good or bad. It's just too much. What I would say, he's gonna get it done. Just hold on to it, and you will see. Maybe he doesn't understand it now, the statement that he's gonna make, but after it's done, and a few maybe months or years, that's going to be a huge impact in the community of immigrants, not just from Spanish speaking countries, but also from other countries. Because we are the ones that make that we divide people. We people divide people. We want to make it seem like I'm better than you. No, you're not. No, you're not better than anybody. No, not because of your skin color, not because of the shape of your eyes, not because of your language, you are worse or better. You're just human, and there's good human beings, and there's bad human beings, and there's okay human beings. So, I really wanted to take this time to kind of overview this phenomenon and why it's such a phenomenon when Shakira and J-Lo sang. Nobody say anything. But now it's just the timing. It's the right time for him to make that statement for all of us. That's why I support him. Even though I was not a fan of his music when he started 10 years ago, I really started enjoying his music for the last two albums that he made. I believe that I see him grow. I have kind of grew with him as well, right? Listening to his music, even if I didn't like it. It's not about that I like if I like his music or not. It's about what is the timing, and the timing is now. And I believe that we can all enjoy and stop hating and really see things in a different light instead of trying to force people, oh, let's take you out of this country. You don't belong here. Nobody wants to go to another country, trust me. Nobody wants to go to the hardship to crossing the borders. They go through a lot of difficult things that maybe I wouldn't be able to endure. And maybe you wouldn't be able to endure. But when you have the need to leave your homeland because something really had make you leave your homeland. So let's be open about that. Let's say that we can have a huge one big party with Bad Bunny from your house, from my house. We can enjoy. We can see that everybody's a human being, that we deserve better, that we deserve and should treat other people better, right? Like if we want to help them to get documentation to be in the US. Let's help them do that. A lot of people qualify to be documented and others might not qualify to be documented. So let's do that organized. They're not criminals to be put in jail. And a lot of people are getting abuse in those jails. A lot of people are getting mistreated. Why they should be mistreated? You know what I mean? So let's have that mind open, the heart open, and when you go and visit one of the Spanish country, they're gonna treat you the right way. They're gonna be nice to you. They're gonna treat you like a human being. And at least we can do that for other people as well. So this is the year for Bad Bunny halftime show at the Super Bowl. I'm excited. I'm hyped and let's vibe together. And I hope that if you have not subscribed to my podcast on Spotify, you do, making it raw. For some reason, we have to go through Spotify, even though I like to post most of my videos on YouTube as well. So let's enjoy, have fun, and let's talk about Bad Bunny after the Super Bowl. Have fun.